Hey Kat,
Hi, Carol.
how you doing this week?
Pretty much fine.
Hello, everybody. This is Pretty Much Fine. I'm Kat,
And I'm Carol.
and we're here to bring you back to the beautiful world of us, pretty much. Not to say pretty much too much, but look at me,
Yikes.
branding left and right always. But yeah, this week we're going to tell you about our light fears, our deep fears. With anxiety, let me tell you, we got a lot of fears, okay?
Yeah, no shortage.
No, that's the word I was looking for. Fucking shit. No shortage of fears here at Pretty Much Fine. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, pretty easy to make my list.
Yeah. But first, we're going to bring you the classic, long-awaited Cat and Carol catch-up again. Carol won't tell me anything. Every day I say, how are you? She says, can't tell ya. It's getting dark, you guys. But can't wait to hear about my best friend's life here on the pod. Hit us with it, Carol.
Okay, yeah, you can just take it away. So my first update is that I'm rewatching Mad Men. So this is probably like the fourth time I've seen it all the way through. I just love the show like so much. It's a must watch.
The fourth time.
Yeah, for sure.
The fourth
Probably.
time. I fell asleep by season 2 in that show. I can't even believe you've watched it 4 times. I tried. I wanted to like it. Betty was cool. But, like, I didn't even care enough about, like, the main thing. Low-key spoiler, but not really going to say it. But, like, how he has, like, some secret past. I'm like, I'm not even going to find out about your secret past because I am bored.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just love a period piece. Like, I love that like that whole era too.
I might have been able to get into it eventually. I didn't give it much of a chance, but I did try.
Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, if you don't like it, you don't like
When
it.
did you
But
watch
it's
this
really,
4
really
times?
good in my opinion.
I have not known you
Yeah.
doing
So
that.
I'm just like obsessed with like the characters of Betty and Megan Draper. I'm basically am Betty Draper. Like, not gonna lie, relate to her way too much, which is bad because she's like a pretty like problematic character. She's like a terrible person.
I think that's what I needed to wait for, like, when their relationship gets rocky, because the beginning, when she's just, like, perfect little housewife, I was bored because I knew I love a female character, never that entertained by a male one, sorry. I think I just needed to wait for the seasons where Betty starts.
Yeah, well, this show is actually like this show came out in like what 2009. I'm like talking about it like it's some revolutionary thing, but like it has really good like strong female characters.
No, yeah, people always, like, quote this show as an amazing show. I feel like film trash saying that. I couldn't get into it, but here I'm open and honest, so that's that.
Yeah, I mean it's okay. Live your truth. Like if you don't like it, you don't like it. But you can tell my anxiety is bad since I'm rewatching not one but two shows because I'm also rewatching Gossip
Me
Girl right
too.
now for probably the 10th time.
You had been sending me things about Gossip Girl because, like, probably the most basic thing about us is that we, like, compare each other to Serena and Blair. Sorry, okay.
So basic.
Grew up
Oh my
with
god,
it.
don't say that out
I
loud.
know.
That's embarrassing.
I've embarrassed myself already. Jesus fucking Christ. But that's what it is. It is what it is. And you were rewatching it, and I was like, oh my god, like, that is the perfect, like, I'm paying attention but not paying attention show back in it. I'm, like, already on season 3. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm loving like hearing you like talk about the show because I've seen it so many times. But yeah, I'm rewatching that again. So speaking of my anxiety, mental health update. Ding ding ding.
Ding, ding, ding. Update on the old mental health. Carol's rewatching shows again, but if it's not The Office,
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Yeah, just because I don't like want to pay for Peacock, they took it off Netflix. So my anxiety has been like super bad the past week. I had a super fun panic attack
Aww,
last Thursday.
they are always fun, aren't they?
Yeah, I've been working on like getting back after that. Yeah, after we recorded on Thursday, I like updated you about how I was gonna go to that comedy show by myself, which is something I would like normally never
Carol's journey to unshyness.
do. Yeah, it's a journey.
It's a journey, though. We want the lows, too. We don't just want the highs. That's unrealistic. We want the lows.
Yeah, well, here's the low. We hit it. We hit
Giving
the
the people what they
bottom.
want.
Hopefully, this is the bottom. But yeah, so I was gonna go like buy my ticket because I hadn't bought it yet. This was Thursday night. The show was Saturday for the timestamp. So I figured I had plenty of time. But anyways, went to buy my ticket. I started to have anxiety, like a little bit of a panic attack because I was just so nervous to like go do something by myself. Like I know it sounds stupid, but I never go anywhere by myself. That's a big fear of mine and like a huge trigger for my anxiety.
Ding, ding,
I don't
ding.
even go to like a coffee
You
shop
already hit
by
the theme
myself.
too. Anxiety trigger.
Yeah. So my like mini panic attack turned into like a full blown one. Went, took a shower, had a nice cry, like cried it out, texted you, texted Gabby, like asking for like to like hype me up basically to like buy this ticket because I just needed that like I need my friends to gas me up. So I finally got like gassed up and I went to buy the ticket and it was sold out. I was so
Stop being
mad.
a powerful bitch and putting that into fruition. So annoying. Ask the universe something for
Anxiety is
me for
powerful.
once. Because it ain't listening to this bitch.
They listen to me. The anxiety gods like listen to me.
That's why, like,
They're trying to
even
ruin
if
my
it
life.
might have you crying in the shower, you have to book it. We don't have to do anything. No pressure, step by step. But you have to book it, like, right when you think it. And then if you don't go, you don't go. Like, is it like $20 or is it expensive?
No, it was like $12.
Bam! Boom! Buy it. If you don't go, you don't go. Buy it in the moment.
I know.
And then if you don't go, whatever. It's $12 out the fucking window. You'll survive. You have a husband.
Yeah, agree. Totally. I like really had a spiral because of that. I was started to spiral right after I saw it was sold out because I was like, oh my God, if I didn't have anxiety, if I didn't have this like full blown panic attack, like over something as stupid as this, if I would have just bought the ticket when I thought like, okay, I want to go, I wouldn't like be dealing with this right now. So I got like super down because I was just so like it sucks. Like having anxiety sucks because for so many people this would be such like a small trivial thing to like go do, like no big deal, like hey, there's a comedy show near me, I want to go see it, cool, buy a ticket, go, you know, like for other people they don't like have multiple panic attacks and then get like depressed for a week because they like their anxiety made them miss out on something.
Okay, we'll come back up now. That's okay. We all have been there. Don't beat yourself up over it. You know, fuck it. You
It
didn't
just
go. It
sucks
wasn't
though.
meant to be. When you go, it's going to be amazing. But, like, and I've totally been there when I'm just stewing, like, why is this so difficult? Why can't I just go to bed? Why am I sweating profusely? Like, I can, like, truly relate. But yeah, no, forget it. Don't, like, I get the beat yourself up. I'm such truly my own worst enemy. I'm a hazard to myself. Don't let me get me. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've told you, lightly mentioned on the podcast, when I went alone, my first birthday in New York, I also got high. Worst mistake ever. So paranoid. Can't even believe I was in line and going. And I didn't change my thing from 2 people to 1 person because I was like, maybe I'll find somebody. And then the people behind me were like on a date. I'm not kidding. She was like explaining to him, like, so I was learning about body language, and they say, like, if you're into someone, you're always facing them, like, your knees are towards them. So, yeah, I was wondering why you're always, like, facing away from me. Do you want to break up? Like, you have something to tell me? And I'm just, like,
Oh my
listening
God.
the whole line. I'm like, damn, like,
What did he
even
say?
this bitch has a date, and she's fucking listing body language to this
That's me.
man. I'm pissed.
That's literally me.
I think he was speechless, to be quite honest, as I would be too. And then I get called up into the line, and he literally screams, so you know the whole town of Manhattan can hear, 1, not 2, and then crosses it off with a permanent marker, as permanent as my loneliness. Holy fuck. And then the whole comedy show, I'm just like chuckling in a corner alone. But it was a good show. Jessica, Kirsten, good time. Glad I went. And when you go, it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to be so proud of you. But I'm also proud of you just for trying. And a shower cry.
Thank you.
Honestly, that's a really nice panic attack. Like a warm,
Yeah, that's what I do.
warm tear.
When things are bad.
That's nice.
If I go to the shower, like
I pretty much
shit's going down.
Fuck. Keegan's like, the shower's been on for a while. I better hug her later.
On a like lighter note, so the place that all these comedy shows have like been there were the past like two that I said I was going to go to was at a bar in Park Circle. I guess this place is like kind of like the comedy like mecca, I guess, of Charleston. Like they have an open mic night every Monday.
That's where I'm going to do my first open mic, the Charleston Mecca.
Yeah.
No, seriously, mark it down. That's part of my journey to Unshyness. I want to get on a stage, which I will mention later. Stage fright. Woo!
It was a lot of fun when we went. We went like 2 years ago, I guess. I'm not really sure. It must have been a while ago, but it's been closed down. Like they haven't done it in over a year because of COVID, but they're like opening back up. They're having their first one on Monday. So I'm going to go. Keegan and I are going to go. So we might go with some friends. So that should be fun.
Wow.
I'm excited to go again.
Legit, next time I visit, can we do the open mic and like I get drunk
Yeah.
enough to get on the stage even if it's bad?
Yeah.
Because before, so now I'm, don't tell anybody, 26. But I was 25 back in my youth, and I literally have still a list on my phone before the pandemic hit. So sweet that I had these little dreams before the world shut down, but I said 5 before 25. Like I was going to do 5 minutes before 25. And then like the universe said no. It literally shut down every venue saying, sorry, Kat, bad idea. But I'm still going to do it.
No, you definitely should. When I went, like there were some people that were really good and like really funny, but there was a couple people that just like got up there and completely bombed.
Yeah, I can't be the worst one in Charleston. Like an open mic in New York, I'd be even more nervous because who knows? But in Charleston, like, yeah, no, I can't be the worst.
Yeah, there was a few bombs.
Okay, I might bomb.
There was like this one guy who got up there, like said one joke, like a dad joke, and then just like kind of stood there.
Oh my god, that's like me hitting on someone. Literally, I say a dad joke,
like
and then they just kind of stand there.
It was like a funny joke, but then it was like he didn't follow it up with anything else. Like it was
he was hoping
he had
would
one
crush.
sentence and he had 5 minutes.
Oh.
And just stood there, and I was like, man, if this guy has this much confidence to like get up there and do that, like honestly, anyone can.
Well, see, just like your wedding speech, I'm gonna be like pissing my pants before I get on the stage, and then once I'm on, they're gonna be blaring the red light, and they're gonna make you guys drag me off because I'll be like, I love it up here.
That's what I needed. That's what I needed at my wedding. I needed the lights.
Yeah, you needed the red light.
Fuck up.
Jesus, I'm never gonna remember your wedding positively now. That was my peak, and now it's my pit.
Shut up. You know I'm joking.
Yeah, well, make it clear to the audience that speech fucking killed. I even took screenshots of like, this is so twisted. This is so narcissistic. But I also had to prove it to myself because I had scaries. Like, you know how the photographer at the wedding like took pictures of the audience while they were listening to the speeches?
Yeah.
Yeah, I screenshotted everyone's face dying laughing. And I saved it for myself whenever I got nervous that it was bad.
Do you look at them?
Literally, everyone.
Just be like, see, these people thought it was
According to the photos, I was fucking killing it, okay? So I don't need a video. I only need the photos. That's that.
But that was it for my catch up. What's going on with you, Kat?
To be honest, like Arizona, like took every happiness and joy I had, and now I'm just coasting through life, an empty little raft, waiting to feel something again.
Oh my god, you're so dramatic.
Well, like this is so stupid, but style-wise, because I do love style.
You have great style. Yeah. Great. You've always had very good fashion sense.
Don't make a bitch blush on her own co-hosted podcast. Okay. Never compliment me live on the pod. You know how I get with compliments.
Oh my god, so annoying.
Ooh, God, I shut right down. Anytime someone compliments me, I search their whole body. I scan their body. I'm like, well, I love your shirt and your shoes and your face and thank you, but never compliment me again. People pleaser, help me. So, yes. I am not on TikTok yet. I swear I'm going to get on it for, like, our podcast to take us all the way to the fucking top, but I've avoided it like the friggin' plague because I already have enough ADHD. I don't need to be addicted to anything else. Holy shit. But, whatever, I'll sacrifice it for BMF, whatever. But I guess there's this thing right now where like TikTokers decided the style this summer is called Coconut Girl, which is like Hawaiian shirts, braids in your hair, aquamarine like references a lot, which pisses me off because I am the ultimate
I haven't seen
aquamarine
this.
reference. Don't get it twisted. I'm like, wow, I'm inspiring Gen Z without even having a TikTok. That's what I have to tell myself to convince myself I'm original. But literally as I woke up to this morning, a little post, I learned about it. I sound so fucking 26 right now, but as I go to sleep with 3 braids in my hair for mermaid hair, so fuck off, Gen Z, fuck right off, because aquamarine aesthetic is what I base my life on. Besides what a girl wants, moving to London, don't forget it. But I feel like attacked in a weird way. I feel like my individuality as an Enneagram 4 is being attacked, but it's fine. I'm over it. It's fine as long as
What, you're upset that these like 18, 19-year-olds are coming for your style?
I just thought I was having a moment. Like, I've been wearing fucking dad Hawaiian shirts since day friggin' 1. I've been braiding my hair for waves since like I was braces in my teeth. Like, I'm just mad about it, I guess.
Well, that's not a hot take.
No,
you know?
oh no. Okay, whoa. She's taking me
Just the
off
braids
my
in the hair
horse.
thing.
No, I know. None of it's a hot take. I just hate that
The
it's
dude
like
that's, like 7th grade.
spreading. I hate that it's spreading.
Yeah.
I mean, and they think they're trendy and that they can yell at us for like skinny jeans and shit when I was never in skinny jeans because I was too chunky as a youth. I was wearing Bermuda fucking shorts, okay? Get out of here.
Oh,
I'm sick of this. But yeah, I really like that's how little of an update I have that I have to talk about fucking coconut girls on TikTok.
Well, they're kind of like, they are being like, oh, early 2000s style was like so cool.
It is.
It's like, okay.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I know it was,
but it's fun.
I lived it.
Yeah. I'm down for us all to look like Paris Hilton, minus the fact that I will never wear low rise anything in my entire life.
No.
These hips lie. These hips be lying. So I'm not showing them. But yeah, besides that, I have to go back to I'm still home because my brother and his girlfriend are visiting for Memorial Day this weekend. And then, I guess I'm going to go back to the great state of fucking New York, baby. And I have to get a new driver's license there, like fucking June 8th or something. So that sucks because I would avoid going back at least for a little bit and enjoy being on the coast, little toes in the sand. But I guess I have to go like do stuff. That sucks.
Yeah, I like literally forgot that it's Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah, woo!
This weekend.
Well, I'm like not
I
a big.
Totally forgot. My boss was like, "Hey, you don't have to come in on Monday." Like, forgot, but it's Memorial Day, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
I'm never someone that
Forgot
has
too.
like Memorial Day, Labor Day, like big plans. And when people do, I'm like, damn. Like I don't know. It gives me, which we'll get into, FOMO. Like I don't know. It's always just like I guess I have to hang out with my family at the beach. And then other people are like getting hammered at the beach, and I'm just like, why does everyone always have Memorial Day plans? What's everybody out here doing?
I feel like it's mostly just because like people have that free day off. You know?
Yeah, no, I know. I guess I would understand if I worked again. Maybe that would help me get
your life is basically just
no, but even in
vacation,
it is so far. In film, we don't usually get like days off like that though, so probably would be fucking miserable on Monday if I had a job right now.
Oh yeah.
I will get a job, you guys. Cat's journey to getting a job. I've been avoiding it because like film truly made me the worst version of myself. Like I loved being on set, and I loved it enough that I'm gonna go back, make sure. But oh my god, Social Cat was dead. I couldn't do anything. I was tired all the time. We'd go out, and my friends would find me eating tacos in a corner. I just, I'm not looking forward to not having energy again. I'm so scared.
Well, maybe there's something else you'll find that's like similar, but maybe not as many hours.
Exactly. Everybody rate, review, subscribe. Pretty much fine. Take us all the way to the top so Kat can live her fucking life on the road. I hate commitment. This is like ideal for me. If we genuinely could take this motherfucker to the top, podcast empire is like my dream because you can do it anywhere.
Yeah, that's true.
Besides,
Anywhere than internet
yeah,
connection.
internet connection and not a lot of noise, but anywhere.
Yeah, it has to be quiet. That's actually a pretty big factor.
I'll find a basement in any state. Don't you fucking tempt me. I will find a basement.
Not in Florida. No basements. Or really
Well,
anywhere in the
I
South.
probably won't go to Florida, so that's fine.
So, Kat, do you want to get into our deepest, darkest fears?
Ooh, the light, the dark. Let's take them through the deep holes of our brains.
Yeah. Well, I mean, speaking of dark, my like big one is.
Ooh, you're starting
I'm
dark?
terrified of the dark.
Oh,
No.
okay.
I'm terrified of the dark.
Really?
Yeah, so I legit panic and scream almost every time Keegan comes home in the middle of the night when he's working nights and I'm asleep.
Oh my god.
Like I literally will like scream. He hates it.
He's like, hey, not an intruder,
and,
just the man you married. Holy shit.
Yeah.
You're not used to it yet?
I don't know. I just like, I get so scared because it's like I just a dark figure in the door.
No, I would scream too.
I
would scream.
We got a gun recently.
Oh, what? Fucking hell.
Like literally we keep it in a safe. It's in case like someone breaks in our house.
I swear to God, if the cats get in there and use that gun, you're really gonna regret it.
The cats.
I know, I'm kidding. Thank God they don't have opposable thumbs.
It's in a safe. Like you have to put in a code. Whatever.
No, I get it. I get the peace of mind for sure. I'm a baseball bat kind of girl. Like I literally used to sleep next to a baseball bat, but slowly but surely I've just put it under the bed now.
Yeah, well, the problem with a baseball bat is like, what if they have a gun and you have a baseball bat?
Yeah, well, I bat it right out their hands because when you come for me, you break the little angry leprechaun that, like, truly, I have a lot of anger to get out. And I gotta say, it might just be you, buddy. You think you're coming for me, and now you just walked in my own personal punching bag, and I have a right to hurt you because you're trying to hurt me. This baseball bat is going straight to the fucking head, motherfucker. I have like a hero fantasy for myself. Like to save myself from my own murder.
To save your own
God,
life.
that's so hot.
Yeah, but he's like said that he's like afraid that I'm gonna like shoot him because I get so scared when he comes home. Obviously, I would never.
Also, it would take a while. You'd have to spring up, type in the code, open the box. Hopefully by then you would know it was your husband.
Yeah, I would absolutely be like afraid of hurting a legit real intruder. You know what I mean? Like I would be too scared.
Have you guys gone to a shooting range? Because the one mistake with people having guns for safety is they don't actually go to a shooting range. So if the day comes that you got to shoot that motherfucker and that thing backs right back into you because you don't got that strong arm ready to hit it, sweetheart.
I have like shotguns before, so I don't know how to do it.
Like turning me on live in the podcast. I've shotguns before. All right, Florida over here. Pew, pew, pew.
No, it wasn't even in Florida. It was in New York.
Oh, okay.
My
upstate
father-in-law
New York. That
has guns.
Sense. The goddamn Hicks of the
guns,
North.
So I've shot them before.
Yeah, no. I mean, I do. I go back and forth. Like, I believe in the safety and the relaxation of it, but, I mean, there's a horror story for everything. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's in a safe. And we're not really planning on like.
Was it there when I was there? Were you packing heat when I was in town?
Mm-hmm. We got it on Valentine's Day, which was a weird day.
Ooh, sexy.
We
got a Glock on Valentine's Day. What's up?
We're at the like armory.
Anyone else at that point of their relationship a Glock on Valentine's Day? Let us know. Oh my god.
Yeah, fun, beautiful.
That is really beautiful. I hope you guys held hands while holding the gun and kissed.
No.
Okay, no more guns. We're pretty safe girls around here, but gotta protect ourselves out in the Wild West. Don't forget, I'm a cowboy, baby boo. I got you. Okay, I want to start with one of my like weird ones. I have so many light ones, plenty of dark ones, but let me start with one of my weird light ones, which is knees. I can't look at a knee. I can't look at my own knees. If I stare at someone's knees too long, I have my weird version of a panic attack is I just like laugh. Like I literally just start laughing like really fast, like a light hyperventilate, like a like I genuinely just start laughing. And when I was freshman in high school, my knee popped out. So fucking not even eventful. Like the doctor was like, "Oh, were you playing a sport, running?" I was like, I was walking in a living room, and it just popped right out. Yeah. And like my friend's dad was freaking out. He's like, "What do I do? What do I do?" My friend's Googling it to my left. He's like, "Do I pick her up?" I'm like, "No, don't even look at me." And that was like the only time, knock on goddamn wood, because I don't have insurance anymore, that I've been to the hospital. And they were playing 8 Mile on the TV. Never forget. So scarred from this experience. And it popped back in that night, and then I had to wear like a fucking brace from hip to ankle when I was already like a disgusting looking freshman going through puberty, and I had to like hobble around on crutches, which I had never used before, so I was always winded until someone was like, "You're doing it very wrong." And so knees, don't ever bring your knees fucking near me, please.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah,
that's a niche fear.
Yeah, I'm niche.
I guess like
I love the pun.
Oh, hey. Didn't even realize.
Get 'em, girl.
Speaking of niche fears, one of my like weird ones, I guess, is thunder. Like, I'm not scared of lightning, that thing that could actually like hurt you, but I am terrified of thunder and like loud noises.
You're like a little golden retriever.
Yeah, I literally am. I hate loud noises. I'm a cat. I am a cat. I don't like loud, sudden noises.
See, that's our yin yang. I don't like loud noises. Ooh, sorry, quick. I fucking hate loud noises. I grew up with my dad watching, he's a history dude, so he watches every war movie under the sun. And I've connected that to like why I get annoyed by loud noises. Because like if people are being really loud or like I don't even know how to explain it. I get so quickly annoyed, and I think it's all the years of just hearing death and screams and like, legs being blown off. I don't know.
Horror movies.
But But that's our yin yang, because I don't like loud noises, but I love thunderstorms. We had one here last night, actually, and I was like windows open, soaking it in. I love a thunderstorm. They like relax me. Like my noise machine is a thunderstorm.
My noise machine is like rain.
Well, I'll be your thunder buddy any day, baby.
I love rain. I don't like thunder. I don't fuck with that.
I fuck with it so hard. Like, so hard. But you know what I don't fucking fuck with? Vomiting. So I, also a random fear, I like genuinely get anxiety if I am going to throw up. And sometimes it completely stops me from throwing up. But then I'm just like, laying there sick because, you know, if you throw up, you'll feel better most times.
Yeah.
Ever since I was little, I would just be like, every time I throw up, I'm like, this is it. I'm dying. This is what happens when you die. Like, because I don't get sick that often. So maybe just because it's so rare that when it's happening, this is it. My body's shutting down. It's finally, the Reaper's coming to reap. Here we go.
Oh my God.
And I cry every time. I hate vomit.
Really?
Oh my God. Literally tears down the eyes. Just like, what?
Oh my God, that's so sad.
I'm just like convinced that it's death.
I guess I was sick a lot when I was a kid. Not like I was never like in the hospital, but I would like get sick to my stomach and stuff often. So definitely not, can't relate.
Yeah, well, you know.
I mean, I don't enjoy throwing by any means, but like definitely not terrified.
I've never been able to boot and rally because I'm like, you're just gonna casually throw up in a bathroom? Absolutely not. I'll be fucking fetal position over here.
I feel like people who are like, oh, I throw up, I go back right to it, I'm good to go. Like, no, it's never gonna be a good night.
No.
You're never gonna come back from it. You're gonna feel terrible.
Yeah, I hope you have one of those portable toothbrushes in your bag, you sick fuck. Go home.
Yeah, just go home.
Go the fuck home. Go eat popcorn like Kat does and listen to show tunes when you leave a night early.
Yeah, that's what you do to like recharge, recover.
Hit us with one.
A big, like, not dark fear for me is outer space. I don't know if you remember this, Kat, but I literally wrote an essay about it. And I had to read it out loud to my class freshman year of college. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lie if I ever heard one.
I like kind of, but I don't think I remember it being about outer space.
Well, okay, so I had this English class, and each week we had to write like a 2-page essay.
I do remember that.
Yes, and then we had to like read it in front of our class like every week, and it was always a big anxiety for me because I don't like public speaking, and it did like help me with my non-existent public speaking skills. I did give a badass speech about what it was like not being in a sorority,
Oh, sexy. I would have
and it was
loved.
pretty
Do you still have
empowering.
that saved on a computer? I'd love to read.
I think so, yeah. My teacher literally gave me a standing
Oh
ovation.
my god! I bet your
He
teacher
was
was
like, great.
a GDI.
He was like, I also hate
And he
sororities.
literally was like, finally, a blonde girl that hates sororities. Thank God.
Like a skinny blonde white girl that doesn't like
He
sororities.
literally
What is
leapt out of his
this?
chair. There's hope in the world! There's hope in the world! A white girl in Alabama hates sororities. Everybody now. Everybody cheer.
Yeah, that was a fun moment in my life.
But you gave one on outer space and you were passionate about your like fear.
Yeah, I gave I gave one about outer space because that's how intense I felt about like being so scared. Whenever someone said like no one can hear you screaming in space, I was like so
Talk
scared.
about life, like hearing your fears and then forcing you to face them. Because you married someone with his biggest dream is to be an astronaut, isn't it?
I know. Yes,
That's
it is. And
twisted.
I do fully support his dream, but like also hope it never
Catch you down on Earth. We'll chuck the deuces up to him when he goes to the stars, but like, no, not going,
I
not
don't know what
letting
I would
you
do
go. I can't control him, but I am not letting you go. I
to
forbade
outer
you.
space. I would never
I
go to
know,
outer
but what if
space
he was
ever.
like, Carol, I want to spend the rest of my life with you, even if it's in space. Like, I'm begging you to come. Like, this is my dream. Please.
No,
All right,
never.
good. Thank God. That's all I needed to hear.
No, whenever he goes to space, I'm gonna come move in with you.
Wow. Send Keegan to space 2022, baby. That's my dream. Carol moves in with me. You guys can still be married, but you move in with me would be a dream come true. Oh my God.
Yeah, just gonna like, I don't even know what I would do. I would be so anxious and nervous like all day, every day. But yes, love him, support his
No,
dreams.
you'd be
Hopes
like
that
one
he
of those
achieves.
wives in all the Apollo movies where they're just sitting by the TV with the other astronaut and wives throwing back wine, pooping their pants, watching the launch.
Literally, that's I wouldn't even watch.
Oh, I wouldn't be
like,
able
I
to
don't
watch.
even.
Oh my God. I'd be throwing up everywhere.
Yeah, like I would just be like, okay, it's gonna just blow up. It's gonna
It's
blow
gonna
up,
blow
and
up.
everyone's
Oh,
gonna
I'm
die.
gonna watch my husband blow up on
And I'm
screen.
gonna
That's
witness it.
awesome. I love that. What an exciting night. No, no.
Yeah,
He's not allowed to go up
I
there.
love him, love his dream, but
Here, I'll write a
terrified
letter
of
to
it.
Elon and say, take Keegan off of the list for Mars. Don't let him go up there.
One of his like first job interviews after college was with SpaceX.
Damn, that's hot.
He did not get the job, but
How do you even get that job? What is that interview like?
I don't know. Well, he said the interview was like super weird. I mean, he would be able to tell the story better than I can, but basically they just asked him like a bunch of hypothetical questions, like, okay, you're in a room, you have like a box, and you need to make it do this. Like, what do you do?
That's so funny.
So.
I'd have to tell them to buckle up because I would get so hypothetical and wild in that interview. I would just be writing
Buckle up,
movies
boys.
basically each time they asked me a question. Buckle up, boys. This is your captain speaking. The fasten seatbelt light is on, so please stay seated until we get over this slight bit of turbulence. Okay, so happy to get you to your location safely. Talk later. Kita, captain, signing off.
You can't see this, but Kat is literally using her braid as a mic.
Really using my aquamarine mermaid braid as my captain mic. God. I don't ever want to be a captain because, like, I will say one of my fears isn't really flying, but we'll get into what it does bring up about my fears. I don't love flying. I mean, yeah, definitely stressful, but being a captain would be so fucking hot. Their voices over that thing, all I can picture is like all day with a little mic by my mouth being like, so everybody, it's sunny skies in New York. We're gonna land you nice and smooth, and then I'm gonna go fuck the flight attendant in the bathroom. See you guys next time. I don't know. There's something about a captain voice that, like, I hope I can at least pretend to be a captain in a movie or something one day.
I feel like there aren't as many, female pilots.
Well, that actually brings me into this is technically a life fear, but honestly, it's pretty dark for me. My biggest fear, like in a plane, isn't even it crashing. I'd like prefer it go on land and explode, to be quite honest. If we land in water and we have to fucking float there, like I've seen in a Shark Week reenactment, I would cry. That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear ever is sharks. Like my biggest irrational slash technically rational. I say irrational because I really don't go in oceans very much, so technically irrational. But oh my god, I'm so afraid of sharks. It is so deep seated. Even when I was little, like my brother had this bookshelf and he was a boy, so he was like obsessed with scary, stupid shit like sharks, and he had a million shark books. And like I talk about anxiety before you know you have it. This sticks with me so much, and I was just like probably like 5, 7, I don't even know. I would get anxiety like if I had a toy like in his bookshelf or like a book of mine. I would get anxiety to go to it and look at it because if I even made eye contact with like the great white on the cover of that book, I would start like hyperventilating. I just like there's
Oh
something
my
about them
god.
that I just like it gives me full fucking body chills. I can't handle it. I just sounded like Ashley Flowers from Crime Junkies.
Full body.
Full body chills. But fuck sharks, dude. Like I don't want them to die. I don't want them to be murdered. But fuck sharks. It's weird. It's like that thing where obviously murder's a fear too. As a woman, it comes with the territory. But like I listen to All Murder, like Crime Junkie. I watch it. It's like why are we almost attracted to our fear in a sense because I love Shark Week and like the reenactments are my favorite part. Watched one where a woman was sitting in a tube and it bit her fucking ass cheek, which would ruin my life because my ass is all I have. But I just like, I don't know why I'm watching it because like I can't even, it's weird too because this is another thing that's weird. I am really afraid of fake scary movies because like all the suspense is too much to fucking take. But I could listen to an actual brutal murder that happened like when I'm going to bed and fall asleep peacefully. What the fuck is that? And then Shark Week, I cannot watch Jaws. I cannot watch Jaws. They started playing it in one of my film classes one year and I ran out of the room like couldn't
Oh my
breathe very
god.
much. And then it's so fucking weird. And then I can watch reenactments on Shark Week. I don't know. Somebody that's a doctor, let me know.
Yeah, it's like that's strange. I think it's so funny that you're like so terrified of them. I'm actually like obsessed with sharks. I'm not sure if you know this
How
about
are you
me,
fucking
but like
shark
I
girl over
love
here?
sharks. I think they're so cute, so cool.
You be shark girl, I'll be lava girl. You be shark boy, I'll be lava girl. No.
I would watch Shark Week every summer, like even when we're on vacation at the beach, like as a child. Like I've been obsessed. I would get books from the library, like about sharks. Like I would like literally wanted to be a marine biologist until I figured out you had to be like smart and know math. It's on my bucket list to swim with sharks, like no cage. That's like something I'm gonna do in my life. I'll send you the
Why are
video.
you like trying to make me cry? You're gonna go in shark infested fucking waters, you sick absolute bitch. That is horrible. That's on
I
my
was
nightmare
actually
list. That's on my fearscape list. Did you ever watch the movie
I was,
Divergent? Well,
no.
basically, like if you're dauntless, there's a part where they like make their biggest fear come true, but it's like a dream, but they don't. It feels real to them, and they can't get out of it unless they calm down. So yeah, I very much know that they'd be putting me in shark infested waters, and guess who's not calming down? Me.
Yeah, that's like something I like want to do. It's funny because I was talking to Gabby because she's been like my best friend for over a decade, and she knows me better than anyone. So I asked her if she like knew of any fears that I had or anything like that, and her and I like both couldn't really think of any. Like I couldn't think of any for her, but she like brought up bull sharks, and I am terrified of bull sharks because they like swim in fresh and salt water, and they're like super aggressive. So they can get you like in a lake, in a
What the
river,
fuck?
not just the ocean.
Why did you just make my fear so much worse, dude? I like also don't swim in lakes or rivers because like I have the shark fear goes so far that I'm even afraid of like pool sharks. Like if I'm in a deep end too long, I picture like a great white coming up from the bottom and I
Oh
start
my
panicking
god.
and I'm literally like you've never seen someone like flail to a shallow end faster than when I get in that state of mind. And even when I was little, I would be in the tub and I had this weird like almost OCD where like when I was done in the tub, I would be like, okay, I have like 2 seconds before a shark like bursts through the wall next to me and is in this tub with me. Like that is how twisted and irrational the fear morphs into. And now you're telling me that it is possible for it to be in a lake or a river,
Okay, that's not that
perhaps
weird.
a pool, even at this point.
Not a pool. They're not going to
That's
be
why,
a
like,
pool.
how dare you film Jaws in a pool and make my pool shark fear even more scary? I don't care.
I also love,
There's a mechanic.
like, right behind you is a Jaws poster.
Oh my god, you just
like,
said right behind me, and I went
a shark.
I know. I'm desensitized to the Jaws poster, but I could never watch Jaws. And if I stare at this Jaws poster too long, I actually do feel sick just doing it right now. To be quite honest, I don't understand how people are watching movies like Shark fucking NATO. What the fuck? Why do I want to watch a movie about a tornado of sharks? You absolute sickos! How am I not a Hollywood director and producer if people are out here making movies about shark tornadoes? It's really discouraging or encouraging, depending how you look at it.
What's sad is that has like 3 follow-up movies. That's the sad part.
That gives me both hope and none all at the same time.
I don't know. I feel like you can go on Netflix and like look at some Netflix originals and be like, okay, so they're just doing anything.
Yeah.
Any idea they have handed to them. They're like, all right, let's shoot it.
All right, well, take some of my ideas, people. I'm ready to be a star. But yeah, fuck oceans, dude. Fuck oceans. No one even knows what's in there, especially Bill Nye the Science Guy. And if he doesn't know, I'm not going in.
I guess when this isn't, I guess, related to like the opposite of an ocean, like a big empty space, like I'm pretty scared of crowds. Like I do not like crowds at all. I think it kind of like feeds into like a darker fear of like men.
Like there's so much happening that you could easily get taken.
Yeah, not yeah, I mean like it's I'm just like terrified of like men, but like when I say that I mean strangers, not like men that I know. But like if I'm at a bar or like in a crowded space and a man like comes up to me and like puts his hand like on my shoulder. Or you know how when like guys like need to get up to the bar and they'll like put their hand like on your back and be like, "Oh, excuse me." And it's just like, dude, like don't touch me. I get like on like high alert, and I will be like, if I've had enough liquid courage, I will tell them like, do not touch me, and the reaction's always fun.
And the reactions are they're butthurt in an instant, and there's nothing better than a man that's butthurt, she said sarcastically.
Yeah, it's just
y'all
like,
men be sensitive out there. I love how good you guys were. All truly the ultimate gaslighters. I mean, it is a talent. It should be on all y'all's resumes because from day one you've put the narrative as we're crazy, we're sensitive, but you can't even tell a man not to touch you in a bar without him going, "Fuck you, bitch." You're like, whoa, slow down there, sailor. I'm just asking not to be touched, okay? It's pretty simple. Walk away.
yeah, it really is a miracle that I even met Keegan, because he was, you know, a strange man, but you met like you
I set
knew
that
his
up hot.
best friend,
I set that
so
up nice. We'll get into that story one
he
day.
wasn't a complete random.
I set Carol up with the love of her life. Fucking good luck Chuck out here. Always the setter-upper, never the loved. It's okay, though. We'll get over it. We'll get past it. We'll live to see another day, maybe.
If I wasn't so terrified of men, maybe better like wing.
I actually like really am too, and not to get. We're gonna go dark kind of quickly here, and maybe do a few more light ones. But this is just a nice transition to say, like, we did a little poll on Instagram about like what people's fears are, and people wrote in men, and like one of them was as far as like I talk to my therapist every week about this, and like it is dark because the playing field just isn't even, like equality or not, we're always gonna weigh less for the like we're not same different body structure, you know what I mean? Like playing field, not even. They could hurt us very easily, and I just. Yeah, it haunts me every day. It's probably the thing that I get angry about the most is just like how I know life isn't fair, but like how unfair it is that like as women, it's just, I don't know any woman on this walking this earth that isn't afraid of men, especially strange men, which also is sad because the classic line with fucking rape and shit is it's always someone you know. And I think the movie Promising Young Woman did a great job at showing that like the nice guy is the fake nice guy that he seems so sweet, so you feel bad, and then he's just fucking as horrible as the rest of them. Like, I am always on that
Yeah.
trust no one shit. I literally like have such commitment fears because of like, I don't know. It all relates back to fearing men, truly.
Yeah, it really sucks when you like can't like walk home yourself without being worried about like being murdered.
You legit can't do anything by yourself without worrying about being murdered. That's pretty much
Yeah, I
the thesis statement of a woman's life.
when I lived downtown, there was this like little convenience store like right nearby, and we would like walk over there to like get beer and stuff, and I would go by myself sometimes, and like it was always not fun whenever I would have to go by myself because like the people who worked there would always like not not like harass me, but like like the comments, the like, oh, like what's a pretty girl like you
Ugh.
doing by yourself, like random stuff like that, and it's just like, okay, like please leave me alone, just let me buy this six pack of beer.
And it's disturbing because they get
Like,
so insulted
let me
because in
go.
their mind they're complimenting you, they're being nice to you. In our mind, it's like you're making me feel naked and scared, like you're making me feel
Yeah.
spotlight vulnerable. You complimenting me makes me feel like in your head you're like slowly licking your lips creepily. You know what I mean? Like, please just check me out, take my money, check me out like my item,
Yeah.
and take my money, and just please just keep it to yourself. Dream about it later, sweetheart. Don't let me know that you're thinking it.
Yeah, it really makes you like realize that like you're being like watched, I think.
And that's what's fucked.
Is like the scary aspect.
It's like it's never just on a dark street at night. Like, even like there's so many stories of women at the workplace where 1 second they're fucking business mode, and then some fucking creep in a suit makes a comment, and you're completely like
Yeah.
metaphorically undressed, because it is the worst feeling when you're like in the zone, and then you realize someone's been, one, not paying attention, and two, literally thinking about what your tits look like under your shirt. It's just, ugh, I get the chills, dude. And like, yeah, living in New York, you and all my friends hate me because I, like, for the most part, do feel very safe in my neighborhood. So when I'm drunk, I'm walking home alone. I'm skipping home alone. And like, actually right before I came home, some dude fucking followed me. I had to like call my friend.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this has actually happened twice in New York. Don't tell my mom. But I was walking back from a bar, like, not hammered, just like tipsy. So like I was feeling, and it was really nice out. It's like a 10-minute walk. Classic story. It was only a 10-minute walk. She didn't make it. Sorry. Dark. I have to be dark to cope with it. I want to preface that now. Like, this whole podcast will be me saying horrible things, but that is how I cope. So sorry if that's not how you cope. But yeah, I have to joke about the worst case scenario to make myself feel better about the worst case scenario. Don't know why, but that's how it works in this old brain. But I was walking home, and a dude comes up to me, and he's just like, hey miss, hey miss, hey miss. Like, you can kind of tell like something's off. And I was just like, nope, like, I'm pretty brutal. And strangers especially. Nope, bye, yeah. See ya. And I keep walking, and I keep looking over my shoulder, like he's gone. And then dead ass 10 minutes later, he pops out of nowhere. It's like, miss. I'm like, I like get so Irish angry. I'm like, you been fucking following me? Get the fuck away from me, you absolute sick little fuck. And he like left. I'm like, don't mess with this bitch. You picked the wrong girl. I am a psycho. There is a psycho in here waiting to be allowed out of her cage legally. And if you attack first, I am legally allowed to release the fucking Kraken. Okay? But yeah, that's when I'm in like a tipsy, like, I can kill you. But like, yeah, there's times where I'm laying in my bed at night, just like high, and like I hear one noise, and I'm like, this is it. Someone's creeping up the stairs right now. They're coming for me.
Oh my
Holy
God.
fuck, where's my baseball bat? But yeah, I got followed. And then one time in Times Square, when my friends were visiting, the exact same thing happened. This is the pandemic, though, so like the streets are not as packed as they usually are in New York, which is making it pretty like sketchier, because usually there's a million people around and lights on, and you feel better. And not that you're ever safe. Haha, as a woman, guess what? Lights could be on. You're done. You could be running in a park, and you're fucking done. But It makes you feel mentally better, at least. Still high alert, but better. And in these times, like, I feel like obviously creepy people are preying on the like less people in the street. So even my friends visited, and we had gotten a hotel for the night in Manhattan because like everything was so cheap because of COVID. And we went just walking around Times Square around Christmas to see all the lights, and that same exact scenario happened. Came up to us, we said nope, goodbye. 10 minutes later, he had been following us and we didn't realize, and we had to nope, goodbye again.
Oh my god, that is so
The
creepy.
follow gives me the chills. Like, that's probably one of
That's
my
never
fears
happened to
too.
me.
Like, someone, like the whole, what's it called? Who was the guy in California that got caught? The murderer.
Golden State Killer?
So, the Golden State Killer, the part that fucks me up the most out of all of the fucked up parts, if you've never heard this story and you already can't sleep at night, please never listen to it. Don't read it, don't do anything, because it is the darkest of dark. But he would like case their houses, and I think the hardest part for me that gives me the fucking shits is the watching. That someone could just be watching me. That is horrible. That is so creepy that you could just be living your life. I'm like fucking burping, like living my life like no one's watching, and there's just someone like licking his fucking chops from afar.
Yeah, that really is terrifying. I remember there was this like one true crime story I was listening to, and I do not remember who it was. Like, could not tell you the name of the person, but like he was hiding in the walls of this person's house. How terrifying.
Dude, that's why I can barely be in this basement
Like,
of
he was
my
in the
house.
crawl
Because my brother
space.
and his friends when I was younger were so mean, and they told me that there was a homeless man living in our basement. And then I had to feed him once a week, those little assholes. And one time in this basement, not even fucking kidding, we used to have like Game of Thrones here every Sunday. And what's up, boys?
Oh, that was an era.
And not kidding, the factor is that we were all high, but we are all in my basement. My guy friends are over. I have this sliding door. I'm looking at it right now. This son of a bitch. Like, there's nothing creepier than a sliding door. I think we all know that. And they hear something, and my friend gets up and he goes, "Oh my god, there's someone dead ass standing outside the door," and like we don't know them.
Oh yeah, you've
and
told the story.
the
Oh
whole
my God.
time I think they're being assholes, like guy friends are, and like making me terrified. But then everyone was frozen. Like, even I kept being like, "Well, go check again. Like, you guys are the boys. Sorry, this is the case where fuck equality. Go check the door." And they were even like frozen in fear, and they kept being like, "Shh, it's Game of Thrones. No, we're just watching." I'm like, "No, you're fucking scared. That means it happened." And then, dead ass, we find out that week from my neighbors that like a man had been in my neighborhood trying to break into people's houses that week. So like they were not lying. There was a man at my back door. My biggest childhood fear come to life.
That is so scary.
Oof. I mean, best case scenario to be with they tried a house that had a group of fucking dudes and watching Game of Thrones. Like,
Yeah.
I ran upstairs to my mom because I'm someone that like I can't relax until like I either know there's a fucking man trying to kill us or there's not. Because we've all heard a noise and made it more than the fucking dishwasher that it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I run upstairs to my mom, and we have like a porch above the back, and I'm like, "Mom, fuck." And we like, me and my fucking mom go out on the porch, and I'm like, "Come on, show your face, motherfucker." And then nothing happened, but like, oh my god, the classic jiggle of the door. I just can't. I cannot.
Yeah, we have a big like sliding glass door that looks out into our backyard at our house, and like I'm always so scared that one day, like, because Keegan works nights a lot, so I'm home alone at night a lot. Again, please don't come find
Please
me.
don't.
I have a gun,
Yeah,
as we've discovered.
She's
so.
locked and loaded, baby.
But I'm always so scared I'm gonna walk by and there's gonna be someone just standing there. That is a big fear of mine. Like, I'm so scared of walking by that door and there's someone there. Like, ooh. Sometimes I'll like look out in the middle of the night and be like, searching.
Same.
I'm like, where? Like, I know you're out
I
there.
call it the sliding door effect, because like the horror scene, and like I'm a writer director, unpaid, but I can't help but go into the whole like how it would play out in a movie where you're in your kitchen innocently, like getting your glass of water for bed, and then you look up and boom, someone's just like staring at you, holding an axe in their right hand.
Yeah. Another like big scary movie like trope that always gets me is the medicine cabinet. Like, they open the medicine cabinet, there's like a mirror, they open it, they grab it, they close it, someone's standing there, and then I hate when they do it when like no one's standing there, but you thought it was gonna happen. Oh, I hate that scary movie trope. I am so scared to open medicine. I'm terrified.
That's actually so true. The classic, like, I've been behind you this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, just kill me quick. It's the watching that really fucks me up. Just fucking slice my little throat and get it over with. No, I'm kidding. Don't fucking touch me. But it's so fucked that, like, the world is just, like, humans are out here killing humans. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're scared of a big fucking furry monster. It's genuinely men. It's men.
Yeah.
And even some women, like, I mean, I've heard some, like, there's some women, like, women are evil geniuses. Like, I've heard some twisted stories about, like, when they try to take your, like, pregnant baby out of you, crazy shit. Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, that's true. The majority of, like, female killers they poison.
Yeah, which is so hot. Honestly, I'm kind of think female killers are usually, if they're killing an abusive husband, if we want to be on the PC side of this statement, hot. Hot, hot, hot. That is so sexy. Quick little poison in the fucking cup, and they're done. And men are so brutal, so messy, so unnecessary. Women are like, I'm going to have to clean it up, so I'm going to make it easy. Well, let's take it light again, and then we'll really get into our dark. But I do want to mention my biggest light fear of all, which is FOMO, the classic fear of
Yeah, you really need to work on that.
out. It runs my life, dude.
It really does.
Because it, like, ties into my fear of, like, committing to things, like, relationships, plans, work. Because I'm like, well, I don't know what life's going to be in 2 days, nonetheless 2 months. Like, I hate being, like, yes to something that's in, like, months later. Because I'm so indecisive. I'm so, like, I don't like planning. I like to just live off the fucking cuff, enjoy my life, not set any. I hate setting things in stone. I don't think it is like I get a better plan, so I have to cancel this plan. It's more just like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be. I don't know. I genuinely get a little panicky if someone tries to make an advance plan with me, because then I'm like, well, I could miss something. And then if I miss something, my life is over.
I cannot relate to this fear at all. I have no fear of missing out. I don't care.
I wish I had some, like, less of it, because my bank account will have, like, $100 in it, and I need to, like, last a couple more days for a paycheck, and someone will ask me to go out with them, and I'm like, yep, can't wait, I'll put it on my credit card. Like, I cannot say no to a plan, because, like, as much as I do have social anxiety, it's not strong enough to fight my true self, which I love doing things that are fun.
Yeah, I can't relate to this fear. I love a plan. I love a plan, like an advanced plan. That's how
I like a planned like a place to all gather, and then the rest of the night to be sporadic.
No, I hate that. That gives me anxiety.
I'm a free willy baby.
I need like a set in stone plan.
Free spirit, as my new best friend from Australia called me in Arizona. Kat, you're such a free spirit. I can't do an Australian accent. But yeah, I just don't. I hate a plan. Like, it actually gives me anxiety to, like, when you have to be like, yes, I'll do that in 6 months.
Okay, remind me to not plan any trips with you.
Well, that's different. I mean, if it's a vacation, I'm always looking forward to a vacation. That's different. That doesn't count. But yeah, I mean, FOMO, like, truly there's nights that I should sleep or that I should get something done. And if someone asks me to do something, I'm like, well, oh well.
I'm the opposite. I default to not going. It's like a rarity for me to, like, do a plan if I, like, am not, like.
Oh, don't I know it, sister.
I love to bail. Another, like, a weird fear for me is, like, change, because I hate change.
So with you on
but
that.
I
feel like hating change plus anxiety goes together like fucking white on rice, baby.
Yeah, like, I do hate change. I get really scared and stressed about, like, starting a new job and stuff like that. But, like, I remember, like, I was so excited to move from Florida, or to Florida, when I was, like, 10. Like, I was, like, amped. I was like, yes, this is so cool. I usually look forward to, like, moving. It was just strange, because that's, like, the most change you can do.
That is weird. I feel like every time I've moved, you know the line in Mean Girls, the teacher, Tina Fey, is like, I'm a pusher, Katie. I push people.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when I know that, like, I want to make a change in my life, but I'm so anxious, like, I lived at home for a year after I graduated college, but like I knew I wanted to go to New York, but then I like had the FOMO, like all my best friends are still in Boston, like I'm gonna miss everything. They're gonna forget about me. That I almost like, I mean, I didn't push anyone away, but like I will try. Like I'm almost relaxed if I get in fights with people before I like plan a move, because then I'm like, well,
Oh my
I
god.
don't miss him anymore. I'm leaving. Like,
That's so
not
good.
really. Like, I don't actually do that, but like, there's moments where I catch myself kind of doing it. I'll be like, "Whoa, slow down
Yeah.
there, pony." But I hate change so much that I, but I know that the other side of change, at least in my life, has always been positive. So I know like when in my gut is saying like, "You want to do this, go do it." But I like, it takes a while. Like I have to really be miserable and push myself there. Like had a year in Boston, had fun, but by the end of it, I was like, I am ready to go. I don't want to live here forever.
Yeah.
I've always said that. I gotta go. But like I had to like get myself there because change shuts me down. I won't sleep. I will wake up sweating if I do fall asleep. Like it consumes me when there's like a big change coming.
Yeah. I relate to that for sure. I definitely get stressed about like big changes. I remember like before freshman year of college,
Same.
I'm scared.
Dude, finding you was a gift. I was so scared.
I know, it really was.
I was so scared. That was one of the times I did not sleep for a very long time. I didn't even go to camp because I was like afraid of new things and shit like that. So I like changed, literally like new friends, camp. Could have been great. Oh well, I'll never know. But so like college was my first, like, besides Germany when I didn't know how to ride a bike, in high school. It was my first departure, like big departure from home, and I was a wreck. That's like when I had therapy for the first time, because I was like, if I'm going to college, I'm gonna need some medication. I'm freaking the fuck out. Well, I needed extra time on tests to get into college, basically. So they make you go to therapy if you need the extra time on your test, or they make you go to therapy to after you're approved for like ADHD and anxiety medication, which I never even took. I was like throwing it around my room because I was like, I'm not crazy with that, because it still wasn't like cool to be anxious. Not that it's cool, but you know what I mean. No one was talking about it.
Yeah.
And I, like the whole time he'd be like, so like nervous about anything? I'd be like, yeah, going fucking college. Like I don't know what else to tell you, buddy. I don't want to talk about it. Like I didn't even utilize the therapy, honestly.
Yeah.
Just panicked alone, basically. And I was like, well, how dare you ask me anything? What are you, a therapist? How dare you ask me how I'm
What is this, your job?
Not good, okay? But yeah, no, couldn't agree more. Change is a big one. I know a lot of friends that like want to make some changes in their life, and we all have anxiety. We all just stew together. They're kind of like, they're like a year younger, so it's funny to see like the phases that I went through my big changes, and like they kind of reach that at the same time. Like the age kind of lines up every time, and I'm like, yeah, you're gonna want to genuinely like disappear, like not die, like you'll just want to disappear because it feels easier than like making the amount of decisions you have to make to get to the other side of the change. And that's where they're at right now. They're like, yeah, no.
Well, now you can mentor them.
Hell yeah, I'm such a star mentor. Really good role model out here after all the stories I've been fucking telling. But yeah, no, I do believe in doing the change because it has brought good things to my life, but it's never gotten easier for me. Even when I go back to New York, when I stay home for too long, I like it. I cry every time, and then I'm fine.
Yeah, like when you were just saying before we started recording that you were like, oh, I have to go back by like June 8th. And I was like, that's over a week from now.
That's only
like, oh, I'm so scared.
a week from now. Weeks be flying, girl. Days be flying. Everything be flying. When the fuck did I turn 26? That's twisted. I was like 19 2 days ago. It's insane. I hate time. That's my other like kind of relates to change. Like time passing this like fast life, aging. Fuck that. Peter Pan forever. Me and the Lost Boys for life.
You do have Peter Pan syndrome.
Oh, so bad. I hate growing up. Everything about growing up sucks. And they all tell you that your whole life. Like, they don't even set you up for it to be good. They're like, enjoy your youth. Because I have a toothbrush in one hand and a gun in the other. That's what adulthood is. That's literally like a comedian's joke I heard on a cruise line once. He was literally called the cowboy comedian, my kind of guy. And I've never forgotten that joke, basically. Well, he was talking about marriage, pretty dark. I related it to growing up. I was like, yep, toothbrush in one hand, gun in the other. I don't want to grow up. Because I hate decisions, because decisions lead to committing to a plan, and I don't like that either. So it all relates back. All the fears line up. They all hang out together. They have a little club.
We love when it all comes back.
Yeah. Well, should we get into some fucking darker fears?
I'd say like a dark fear of mine is definitely like being alone.
Which is weird because like
Not.
you love to be alone, but then like
Yeah, I love to be like by myself, but like I don't want to like. I have big fears like not having like friends or family like around you.
oh yeah, I'm so
That
codependent,
like gives
dude.
me
I got
stress.
to read that book, Codependent No More, because I do not like being alone.
Yeah, I'm definitely like probably a pretty codependent person.
I feel like we all
Not
are.
independent.
Everybody is. We'll work on it. Everybody, let's work on it together. Our journey to non-codependency. Let's get it. Okay, I'm gonna, since we're like running long here and we still got some stuff to tell you, I'm gonna like actually whip through my darkest fears. That could be funny. Let's see how fast I can say this list of fears. Ready? Go, Catherine.
Oh God.
Fear of getting close to people because that's another person I could lose / have to mourn. My biggest fear of all, failure. Haha, wanna just be creative in life, but so scared of failing left and right that I don't even put myself out there. The podcast is the first journey to that. Thank you, Carol, for getting us here. Commitment. I already said that, but like seriously, holy fuck, does that one get dark? I might be alone forever besides my dogs and my cats. I always say I love you when people leave, even just to go to the fucking store, because I'm so afraid of the worst case scenario happening. And then the last thing I say, not being I love you. So like,
Oh my God, that's
yeah,
dark.
the worst case scenario is playing like a fucking reel in my head on loop always. But yeah, so those are my deepest, darkest. I'm sure there's plenty more, but my fear of failure is definitely like run my life more than any of my fears, because I will just like, because of anxiety, that kind of manifests with me avoiding things that make me really nervous. So I'll just be like, well, looks like I gotta clean my room all of a sudden instead of do that thing. And I mean, I've put off finishing scripts. I've put off sending scripts to people that have asked me for them that maybe could have helped me. Who knows? I've put off, like, I once had a job. I'm so fucking ashamed of this still. My first like internship getting out of college was for a film festival in Boston, and I got so overwhelmed. Like, it was my first big thing, and I was so afraid that I would fail at it that I just kept not answering the people's submission emails. And yeah, let's say I didn't keep the internship, and the woman will never talk to me again. But anyway, I've gotten a lot better on that. Film really helped me like shake it out and like feel more myself. But God, failure just reeks over me, man. A stinky little cloud.
Yeah, that's a big one, I feel like, for most people. I definitely can relate to that.
I have a quick question. Like, how does your anxiety manifest when you're feeling fear? Because like, I get my hands start shaking, my legs start shaking, I get the chills as if I have a fever, like my chest and my throat feel like they're closing. Not even like closing, like not full panic attack, but just like tight. And then I feel like I'm going through menopause, like level of a heat flash. And that's when I know I'm freaking out.
Yeah, I feel like for me, like I always feel like my heart like literally drop into my stomach.
Yeah.
That's like that's like the first thing that happens. And then yeah, I'll like pretty much whenever I'm feeling anxiety, whether I'm scared or not, is like my heart rate is like I'm jogging, but I'm just sitting there.
Yeah.
I literally become that meme of the skeleton who like is like, ah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, my gut drops like an old man's balls, let me tell you.
That's exactly what happens to me. I get so like my hands get all clammy, like, and then just yeah, that like butterfly feeling.
Oof, yeah, I get so sweaty, dude. So sweaty.
Yeah, it's rough. I don't know how to like keep that in check. But yeah, I'm definitely scared of failure too. And like always playing out the worst case scenario. That's like a big part of my anxiety is like I think that's why I have to have plans, because I need to know, like, I need to map out all the worst things that could happen and then like think about those for a few days first.
I'm more of the like, I've convinced myself my whole life that it's just gonna work out. I'm gonna direct, like if I want it bad enough, I'm gonna direct, I'm gonna write. I just feel like I'm so much talk to my family, to my friends, like I'm taking us to the top, we're gonna have a friendship mansion, like I'm gonna be the fucking Vincent entourage and you guys like are coming with me. And I'm so scared of like I get this flash forward after all this 20-year-old talk, 20 something talk, all this hype for myself, and then I get a flash forward to like my mid 30s or early 40s when I'm just sitting in a fucking like gas station or something, like miserable, slinging cigarettes, drinking my 8th cup of coffee at 3 a.m. And all my friends like secretly talk about me at their fancy like successful book clubs, being like, remember when Kat thought she was going to be the successful one? That's so funny. That's so funny. Now she's like fucking burning away somewhere. Oh God. That's my like legit biggest fear, truly.
I don't think you're gonna end up working at a graveyard shift at a gas
Nothing
station.
wrong with that, but like, yeah, not my
No.
dream, let me tell you.
No, I think if you work hard enough for anything, you can make it happen. If you're lucky.
If all else fails, I'll just flash my tits on the town and hope for the best.
Yeah. There you go.
Well, let's, last episode we were kind of our other format, which is just rambling and Kat telling you a very long story. But let's get back to the OG and let's each tell a little story and let them know if we are surviving it or still stewing.
Yeah, sounds good. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I just have a quick one. It's kind of like this is so dark, but I told Carol, I'm like, I almost wish I had a near kidnapping story because I have nothing to bring to the table here. But to relate to your opening catch up, the closest I've come to a panic attack. I have like 2 mini stories for it. So I love concerts, love them so much. But at a concert, you're drunk, maybe you're high. If you're me, I don't know. I like to really enjoy the music, really elevate my senses. And actually 4 years ago on the day, I went to Boston Calling, which is like a little music festival in Boston. And we waited so long to get in the front of Mumford and Sons. And then like the sun started going down, the crowd was getting bigger and bigger because people were trickling from like the other performances over to Mumford. And we had made it all the way like to the front. And they start playing, and all of a sudden, the heartbeat starts happening. I'm like, fuck, why am I freaking out? You do the classic, like you try so hard to talk yourself off the ledge, but it only makes the heartbeat faster. And like, I relates to my vomiting fear. I just kind of like have a fear of having like a medical, I don't know, emergency in public. Not that anyone wants that, but like I've never fainted, knock on fucking wood. And so like when I've had these 2 moments, all in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to faint in public. I'm going to faint. I'm going to be trampled by all these people. I'm going to fucking faint. I'm going down any moment. I'm going down any moment. And all I can think is like, my cure for those panics is fresh, like cold air. So all I can think is like, I will be okay, but I have to get out of this crowd and like breathe and maybe drink some water, and I need to do it now or someone's catching me while I fall to the ground. And I just like tapped my friends and I was like, I am so sorry. I can't talk myself down. Like, we gotta get the fuck out of here. And now, like, my legs go numb. My friends take, like, my arms basically, not really, but they're, like, guiding me the fuck out of there. Because this is, like, the first time I've come close to a panic attack. And I was just like, what's going on? Get me out of here.
Oh my God, that's
in,
terrible.
Like, a full crowd. People are, like, thanking us, though, because they, like, get to move closer. And I'm like, fuck you. Get me out of here. And then the other time was at a concert as well. I went with my friend to the Childish Gambino concert, and we were all the way in the nosebleeds, like inside a stadium, like no roof, like roof on. And I started sweating. Did the thing where in my head I'm trying to talk myself down, but I was like, I literally could barely say it to him. I turned to him. He, like, Childish Gambino's going in on This Is America, so all the lights are flashing crazy, like, This is America! And I'm like, I'll be right back. And I start, like, slithering down the fucking stairs, and I probably look like I'm on Molly, which I've never done because I'm an angel, but literally only alcohol and weed, or else I would spiral. But I look like I'm one of those fucking kids with the eyes wide open, and I run straight to the water stand, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I am panicking. Can I just have a glass of water? And the guy was so nice, gave me water. I sink to the ground, like out in the corridor hallway, whatever, of like a basketball stadium for if you're trying to set the scene. And like a cop comes up to me, and I'm like, I swear I'm fine. It is just so hot up there that like I was starting to freak out. And he was actually so nice, and he brought us to new seats further down. He was like, "That happens all the time. Come on, we'll bring you down to some fresher air, less crowd," and worked out.
Wow, that's
Yeah, it worked
amazing.
out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm sorry I don't have a near kidnapping story. Kind of pissed about it.
Well, I mean, mine isn't that either.
That's okay. No, I'm glad we're safe. Safe.
Moral of the story is have a panic attack, get better concert seats.
Yeah, wow, that is the moral. Okay, you're right.
My story is like kind of almost the complete opposite of yours. Like no crowd. It was a big wide open space because I had a really terrifying and scary moment on my honeymoon when we went scuba diving.
Scuba.
So, yeah. Have you like ever been scuba diving or like snorkeling or anything like that?
No, I don't know if I mentioned. Okay, yes, I've been snorkeling. Actually, I just lied, probably because I blocked it out. I'd like to make it clear: this fear of sharks is no fucking joke. So you will never catch me scuba diving. You will never, I repeat, catch me scuba diving. That is not the kind of risk I need in my life. But I did snorkel once, family cruise in Mexico, and I almost drowned my mother because we were at the top of the water, but still in the middle of a Mexican warm ocean, probably filled with sharks, definitely full of sharks. And I turn when I'm under with the little goggles on, and there was a giant fucking fish behind me. And I'm not kidding, I leap out of the water screaming, and I grab my mom, like, and I'm like using her to like lift me up into the surface, and she's
God.
like, yeah, so even big fish I can't do. So to answer your question, no, I've not been scuba diving, but snorkeling, never doing again.
Well, I've been like snorkeling a whole. I love ocean life as we established earlier. So snorkeling is like one of my favorite things to like do. Um, but I planned a lot of our wedding and with my parents and Keegan helped too, obviously. But I kind of told him like, can you just like plan the rehearsal dinner, plan the honeymoon? I'll take care of everything else. So I put Keegan like pretty much entirely in charge of it.
Teamwork.
But we had both kind of like agreed like tropical vacation. So he picked St. Lucia and like we kind of thought like best of both worlds because it has like these really beautiful mountains. It's really mountainous, but it also so you can go hiking and explore, and it has a lot of cool history. But it also has like really beautiful beaches. Like you could just lay out on the beach and people bring you, margaritas or whatever you want. So we did it, and I was like, cool, St. Lucia's cool, that works. Um, he picked the resort. We looked at it together and I was like, yes, looks great, beautiful, perfect, book it. So he picked, first of all, I'm like joking, like obviously I know I'm so lucky to be able to go on a beautiful vacation. But he picked like the most active honeymoon like ever. Like we were jungle biking day 2.
Oh wow, you put him in charge, and he said, "Okay, gonna check some boxes, baby."
Yeah, he picked like the adventure like package or whatever. So we like did everything. Like we went jungle biking.
I will say the previous episode mentioned like week into the relationship Puerto Rico trip. You guys like
yeah
bungee corded whatever the fuck. So you probably based it off that. Like, oh, she loved that.
Yeah, that's true. We went to Puerto Rico and we there's a rainforest in Puerto Rico and we like did a hike through it and we did like where you propel down a rock. I did not like that at all. But
I don't want to propel down shit.
Yeah, we had to climb up like a waterfall that was like rushing down in like a ton of rocks. Like if you would have slipped and fall, you would have like hit your head. Like I don't know why they just like let anyone do this. Like you didn't have to be like athletic, whatever.
Yeah, on vacation,
anyways,
I don't like to almost hit my head, so I kind of just drink and lay down.
Yeah, well, that's not what we did for our honeymoon. No, it was so much fun. I loved every part of it except for scuba diving.
That has to be hard for anxiety. Sorry, but that has to be so hard because, like, the whole thing is, like, if you come up too fast, you're fucking dead, bruv.
Yeah, I was, like, anxious about scuba diving, but I was excited. Like, I thought I was going to love it because I love to snorkel, and it's just, like, snorkeling but cooler because you get to, like, breathe underwater.
A Florida girl's dream.
So one of my favorite parts of our honeymoon was this dinner. It was like the only thing that we like added on because we had like a full package deal kind of thing. But we added on this lionfish dinner. So lionfish is this super invasive species of fish that like is in St. Lucia. They don't know how it got here basically because it's not compatible for like the marine environment, and it just comes in and it fucks shit up. Like it's a terrible like species of fish that just destroys coral reefs. So they have this like to like get rid of this issue, they like eat a lot of lionfish. So they had this whole like super cool dinner where we were out on the beach, and they like just had this like multi-course meal that had lionfish prepared all these different ways of, and like wine pairings and stuff like that. It was so cool. But yeah, so like the setup of it was like on the beach, and we like were at a pretty big table like by ourselves, and then like other people were like at their tables by themselves, and it was all like couples really, because most of the people who come to St. Lucia are coming for like an anniversary or a honeymoon or like something like that. That's like the majority of their travel is like couples. But there were wine pairings, as I mentioned, like with the meal, so we did all eventually like chat with everyone that was at the dinner. And there was this couple there, and they had traveled to St. Lucia specifically to go scuba diving. They were a scuba diving couple.
Be careful,
They
she
were
might just
super
leave
into
you
it.
for the scuba instructor like in Along Came Polly. Scuba, scuba.
Yeah, you never know. But they were talking about it because they like that was all they were talking about the whole thing. They were like scuba diving, scuba diving, scuba diving. I love to scuba dive. And so Keegan and I like ended up talking to them because we were like, oh, we're gonna go scuba diving in a few days, and I was like, I'm actually really scared because I've never done it before. Like, kind of gives me anxiety, but I feel like I'll like it because I love snorkeling. And they like went on and on about how relaxing scuba diving was. They were like, your heart rate drops, it's so good for your anxiety, you feel weightless. Like they're like, it's like a magical experience, like everyone needs to go scuba dive. Like they were
Did
so
they go
into
scuba diving or did they do shrooms? Like, are they sure they went underwater? I don't know.
No, they were like pretty legit, like very into, like they brought their own gear. Like that's how into, like they
A
traveled
couple
to
with the
St. Lucia
same
and like put
hobby.
their gear in a locker.
A couple with the same hobby that they're that passionate about, like, you're setting a good scene right now. I'm like, okay, we get it, Scuba fucking Steve over here. And Scuba Cynthia. Like, relax.
I know. I was like, okay, damn, I get it. Scuba diving's cool. Like, shut the fuck up. Is that all you
You
got?
feel higher than
Scuba?
you've ever felt in your fucking life, even though you're going lower and lower into the ocean.
Oh my god. Yeah, but like they were just like,
My
going
dick's supposed
on
to
and on.
shrivel in the water, but I was harder than I've ever been. Oh, man.
Oh my god. Literally, like, you're right. No, you're right. That's what was happening. So they really, this couple really had me convinced I was gonna love scuba diving because snorkeling, like they were like, if you love snorkeling, you're gonna love scuba diving. So the day comes, and we went down to like the little scuba diving area that morning, and I'm like super nervous. I'm having really bad anxiety. I'm just like really scared, and like I kind of like truly felt like I was starting to have an anxiety attack, and I was like really trying to like keep myself in check because Keegan was so amped.
Oh.
Like Keegan was like the main thing he wanted to do on this fucking trip was go scuba diving. Like he was so excited. He had never done it before either, but like he was like, I've always wanted to do this. It's gonna be so cool. So I'm having an anxiety attack, and we also had to like sign this form saying that you like didn't have any mental health issues and that you don't have panic attacks and you don't have anxiety. And I was like, oh my god, I started having even more anxiety because I'm lying on this form. I'm actively having a panic
That would
attack.
fuck me up so bad because you know they mean that, like, my biggest fear is if I'm down there scuba and I see one wrong thing and I panic, I'm speeding up to the surface, and that's obviously the worst thing you can do when scuba diving. Like, you can't go up
Yeah,
quick.
like, well, we didn't go that deep to where you couldn't just come up. Like, that really only happens when you're really deep, because like if you just like shoot up, like you're gonna
Oof,
get crushed
God,
by
oh
the
God, oh
pressure.
God, no, please, no more.
I think, I don't even know, honestly. But yeah, so I had to like sign this
That's
form
tough.
saying I wasn't having a panic attack, which was a total lie because I was.
As you're signing the form,
So I signed
you're
the form.
sweating, the pen's
I'm
falling out of your
shaking,
clammy hands.
sweating profusely.
Anxiety? Yeah,
Literally.
me? Never. I've never had that. What's anxiety?
No,
Did you
no,
define it?
never,
Did
no.
you use it in a sentence?
Could you? What's the origin of the word? Is it Greek? Latin?
Oh, God.
Oh my god. Yeah, so I signed the form. The instructor has us put on all our gear. He hooks the oxygen tank up to us when we're out of the water, and they strap on weights all around your
Bloody
chest
hell.
to help you sink.
Bloody fucking hell.
And I was like so heavy, like it felt so heavy, so uncomfortable. And I was like, okay, well, maybe it's gonna feel more natural when you're in the water because like you're more buoyant. But no, I got into the water, and that's when I really started to panic because I genuinely felt like I could not move. Like I was so heavy and like felt like so weighted down. I was like scared I wasn't gonna be able to swim. Like, so I kind of like I was having anxiety, but I was really keeping my cool. Like I was having a panic attack. Like internally, I was holding it in. And so I kind of like said that I felt like I was too heavy, and so they like took one of my weights out, and that like helped a little bit, but I was like not convinced that like this was gonna be okay. Like this is when I kind of realized like, okay, this is gonna be like a pretty scary experience for me, and I'm not ready for it, but like I have to do it because I committed. Too late now.
Weights on in the water.
Yeah, the weights were on. No turning back.
Oh, God.
So the instructor is like explaining to us like how the oxygen tank works, starts giving us like all the instructions on how to scuba dive, and I'm low-key having this panic attack because I can't move, and I have this really big fear of being stuck and not being able to breathe. So I was like really scared to get started because I was like, that's what's gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna feel stuck. I'm not gonna feel like I can't get enough oxygen. Like, I knew that's what was gonna happen. So I was panicking. So I didn't like hear all the instructions like super well because I was having a panic attack. So, and then it all happened so fast. Like, all of a sudden, like, he had us do this test to like test our knowledge. I fucked it up because I was so anxious. And so we did it again. I messed up again, and he had to like come like fix something. Um, so he was then just like, okay, we're good. Like I failed the I failed the little like check twice, and then he was like, well, no, like you're good, like you got it, right? And I was like, yeah, I
It's
got
like,
it,
you
even
paid
though
me
I
already.
didn't.
Just get in the water. You signed the contract. I'm no longer liable. Whatever. Jump in.
Yeah, and then it just felt like it was happening so fast because like it felt like, okay, like I kind of failed this like little check. I kind of feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and he was like, all right, let's go, and we go underwater, and that's when it starts.
Oh no! Right when you hit the depths of the ocean is when it starts.
Yeah, we're like pretty shallow at first, and then all of a sudden like I realized like, oh shit, we're really deep. Like I look up and realize how low I am, and I kind of like I truly thought I was gonna die. I kind of start to like hyperventilate a little bit, and I just like felt like I wasn't getting enough oxygen from this tank, and oh my god, I like kept thinking like I just wanted to go back up to the top and like breathe real fresh air and like calm down. But like I knew if I did that, like Keegan and the instructor were gonna come up with me and be like, what's up? You know, like so I was just like hold it together, Caroline, like you're okay. And the instructor and Keegan kept like giving me like there's this symbol, it's like a symbol you give to like ask like, are you okay? And then you like respond with a thumbs up. So they literally kept like looking at me, and like Keegan especially, and like kept like doing the signal like, are you okay? Keegan said he like saw it in my eyes that I was like just terrified. Like he saw that I was like truly so scared.
Well, because when you're doing that internal like calm yourself off the ledge, like yeah, you don't really, you're so focused in your brain that you don't realize that your face is probably like
yeah, and we had like all this mask, and so Keegan really only could like see my eyes because you have something like in your mouth like to breathe, and then you have like your
you were fully
goggle
dilated.
thing. yeah, like my pupils are like black. I was so scared. And yeah, so they kept like seeing if I was okay. And I was like so panicked. I couldn't enjoy it at all. Like even the cool thing, like I remember like we saw like a pufferfish, I think. We saw like all this cool stuff, but I was so panicked. I don't even remember like any of it. It probably would have been so cool if I wasn't hyperventilating.
That's most things in life. Could have been cool if only I wasn't hyperventilating.
Yeah, but did survive. Obviously, I'm here to tell the
Thank
tale.
God.
We got done, and Keegan was so amped. Like, I can't even, he was like, that was so cool. That was the coolest thing I've ever done. He was like, I'm gonna look up, like, please, like, Charleston. Can I go scuba diving in Charleston? Like, he was like, this is amazing. This is the coolest thing I've ever done. And I was like, please take me back to our room. I need to go have a panic attack. Like, I need to go cry it out in the shower right now.
He got the old hard on for the old scuba dive, just like the man from the night before.
And I was not. I was limp.
That's love right there. That's the sacrifice they're talking about when you're standing at that altar. They're like, you love your partner so much that you will actually have a panic attack underwater. Worst case scenario in my book, personally. And let your husband like feel like he's on the playground again, like at the high of being young and experience something for the first time. That's love, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I was like, I will never ever go scuba diving with you or anyone ever again.
Like live out your dreams.
I hope you enjoyed it.
That was
you need to find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, you can go find a group of friends in Charleston that want to do that. Like, it's not me. It's not me.
Yeah, thumbs down for my signal.
Yeah.
Down.
But later that day, I did get a massage for the first time.
Ooh,
and it made me feel so much better, much more relaxed. I had some champagne.
They were probably like, you got some serious knots, girl. Did you go through any stress today?
Literally, I was even anxious about the massage, so I must have been like so tense because I've never had one before. And I was like, I don't know, I'm scared to have like a stranger like touch me.
I relate to that. I like no, I can't wait till I can afford to have a massage legit weekly. But like the first time I do anything, I get like nervous, and having a stranger touch me, that's quite an interesting sensation that I've not experienced besides a one night stand.
one night only.
But yeah, no, that's a great story. I honestly, that is such a survived it, because I'm never scuba diving. That's probably one of my greatest fear escapes would be scuba diving. And this bitch wants to swim with sharks. What the fuck?
That's different. Like
nothing
snorkel.
lines up. Nothing.
I want to snorkel with sharks.
I'm out here at the aquarium waiting for like the Harry Potter snake scene to happen, but with sharks. They all come out of the tank and they're just eating me. Oh my god. Anyway.
I would not say I survived it though. Like, I mean, I physically survived it, but I will never go scuba diving again.
Like, you're still stewing.
Ever. Still stewing.
Actual, like, as if yesterday you can feel like you're under that water looking upward.
Yeah, I still feel a little panic.
That good post-traumatic stress.
What about you? Do you think you'll go to another concert?
Yeah, I've been to many since. I will try to not be in a hot location at future concerts, because like once I start getting sweaty, that's when the panic hits.
Yeah, I think I would never be able to go to a music festival because of my like fear of crowds.
Yeah, I don't think it would be.
I can do a concert with seats.
Yeah, you're my little grandma. My little grandma friend. I'm a raging grandpa, and you're a sweet little old lady. You're my old lady.
I mean, don't make it sound like I don't like to have fun. I just like to have fun get twisted. In safe spaces. Don't get twisted.
Care Bear knows how to party, but yeah, it's very planned, as you said.
Planned. Planned inebriation.
Planned inebriation. Now that's a t-shirt. Who's ready for our merch? I am. Oh, God. But yeah, well, it's been another magical fucking journey here on Pretty Much Fine. I hope you related to some fears, got a little chill down your spine, but then felt better overall for hanging out with us.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. any parting thoughts, Kat?
I mean, keep like messaging us with fears. I love hearing other people's fears. Message us with your still stewing or survived it. Please.
Yes, email us. hello@prettymuchfine.com.
We would love to read your shit. Tell them where they can find us, Carol.
You can follow us at Pretty Much Fine Pod on Instagram and on TikTok, Pretty_Much Fine on Twitter, and Pretty Much Fine on YouTube.
What's up, what's up, what's up? We miss you guys already. We'll see you next week. Can't wait to make your Sunday scaries worse with listing a bunch of fears that you might have not had.
Didn't think that one through.
Yeah, didn't think that one through, but you know what? Grab a drink, grab a joint, see what happens. Will it be better? Will it be worse? See you next time.
We will talk to you guys next Sunday.